Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I am Knight in Phoenix, and I am here with my brother Grey Ghost in Phoenix, and we are doing the Iceland bush trips, or they're doing us. This is I think the third or fourth time I've gone through my little opening spiel here. First time I ended up on a runway full of snow and ice and clouds all over, which is wrong. What else happened? Oh, I was just flying straight and level. Autopilot was on. Actually, we had a course change going. We weren't climbing or losing altitude, and somehow I overstressed the plane and died. Grey Ghost overstressed his plane and died. And then when he came back in to the game, his airplane was sitting on a field instead of on the runway. So we are just trying to get in a groove here. Let me click on continue here. Yeah, everything is broken. World Update 5 really messed up bush trips. I am sitting on a runway. A reasonable, acceptable amount of clouds in the sky. I don't have any ground clouds. I'm inside the airplane, which is kind of abnormal. Let's back up a little bit more. Alright, so let's do... I gotta click ready to fly first. Okay, so it shows my heading should be 340 on the first one. We need steer column from BIAR to BIKR. BIKR is going to be right over here. So we're going to take off from BIAR, and it looks like we're going to head 340 degrees. If we look at the compass arrow and the GPS stuff here, it's going to have us heading 102 degrees. You can see that on the course. It's wrong. So what can we look at here? Go in the cockpit, Control 1. Let's get rid of the VFR map. So I'm showing point of interest 5 to point of interest 6, and I am not at that. It's like I'm too far ahead. Where is, let's bring up the VFR map. That's POI 14 up there already. POI 5, POI 6. Oops. This is POI 16. Say at no point do we ever turn east on this. So that 102 degrees. Oh. And then showing a destination 106.9 nautical miles? I don't think so. This is set for 10,000 feet, so it's almost like something reset here. And why? Oh, I'm changing the heading. I need altitude. Take my altitude down to 5,000. For some reason when I came in, the altitude was set for 10,000. Which we know that's like a brand new clean refresh.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how to change my CRS.
Oh, your course?
Yeah.
Go Control 1.
Okay.
And then on the left-hand side of the display, you see the nav button, and then you see HDG heading.
Yeah.
So that will change your... Oh, no, that's your heading.
Yeah. What is your heading set at?
Right now it's 354, but I turned it, and I don't know what it was, to begin
Oh,
with.
okay. Because I moved mine too, and I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Well, heading,
Uh,
all heading does is you can set a heading and your airplane will fly that heading. That's all that does. So it's not part of your flight plan or anything. My
right.
course says 102, and
Yeah, and that's what I want to change to 340.
yeah, you're not going to be able to.
Okay.
That's as far as I know, because if you look at the top of that, Garmin, it says point of interest 5 to point of interest 6.
Mine
That,
doesn't.
no?
Nope,
Okay.
I
Well,
got USRO1 to USRO2.
okay. Well, point of interest 5 to 6 is not right either.
Right.
It's just showing a distance 106.9 nautical miles and a bearing of 170. So yeah, we're just going to have to fly and follow the course. So
Yeah.
we'll fly 340. Autopilot's not going to be any help to us
Nope.
unless we see it pop in there and correct itself. Okay, let's see. Flaps good, trim good, parameters adjusted. Okay, I have to, so I need fuel again. Control Shift F.
That's what I mean.
Which is weird. So something did reset, because that fuel should have
Yeah.
stayed in there.
Yep. Well, mine changed because I removed the file and put the old one in.
Right. Okay, well, I think I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to try again.
All right. Throttling up. Releasing the brakes. Okay, so what I would probably do, give myself some positive trim here so I don't sink while I'm in the cockpit, because I should have changed that. I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the heading to 340. Try anyway. Control 1, heading, (340). So then I'm going to do Control 2. I'm going to turn on heading instead of nav and AP. So my autopilot is on and heading is on. Okay, so my airspeed right now is 88, 90. Okay, so it's going to a heading of 340 and it is climbing me to the 5,000.
Same thing. Mine is going to 340, back and forth, but it's going. Right. And I'm climbing.
Yeah, I'm climbing about 1,100 feet per minute.
Mine's doing 740.
Oh, I see you just going to pass me up on the right there. Yeah, you're not.
Stall.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm stalling. Why am I stalling?
Stall. Stall.
Climbing too fast, maybe?
Yeah, it's climbing too fast, but why?
Stall.
In my trim, it's got control of my trim.
Stall. Stall.
I don't think there's a,
Stall. Stall. Stall.
okay, I'm going to, shoot, what do I do here? I have to manually keep the nose down some, and then the trim is fighting me. The trim's up to 64% now. Whoa, look at that. Holy smokes, I let go of the stick, that thing almost went vertical.
Stall.
Yes, it is definitely broken.
Stall.
Okay, I gotta turn autopilot off until I get, where the hell am I?
Stall. 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 Stall.
I think once I get to about 5,000 feet, I can go in. Oh man, we just had somebody just buzz us. It almost sounds like a,
Grim Reaper?
yeah, but it's, no, it is Grim Reapers. I'm sorry, yeah. Okay, I am close enough to 5,000, so now I want to, I'm going to do an altitude hold. Altitude hold mode is on. Why? Heading is on. Got to turn the autopilot on. Oh, look at this thing. Pointing its nose up. Grim Reaper. Made quite an entrance there.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Yeah, this is a full-blown stall here.
Stall. 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 Stall.
I turned. You didn't tell me that the Z key does not. No, it is. Z key does turn the autopilot off. There's the trim again. You turn autopilot on and all of a sudden your trim's at like 40%.
Yeah.
You don't realize it. Alright, so now how do I keep the altitude where it's at? And I want to follow 340. So if we come in here, altitude hold. Let me turn that off. Transfer autopilot. Flight director. Nav is off. Approach mode is off. Heading is on. My heading is set for 340, I believe. Bank. EDI course, huh? .40. I believe I got autopilot off and it's doing reasonably well. I'm at 5,700 feet. I'm climbing a little bit, but not much. My heading is, man, not quite 340. A little high, a little 349 I was. So
I'm going to assume that we're not going to get course changes as we fly along because the CRS isn't working.
I would assume that would be correct. So
Okay.
my heading mode is
So this is
on.
definitely yeah. I got the heading on, and I'm heading 340. Our next course will be 265, and I'm assuming I'm gonna have to just eyeball it with the ground features and the VFR map.
And I don't understand. So I have. What do I have here? I have heading is on. Heading select on. I have it set for 340. Nav is off. Flight director is off. Altitude hold. That's on. Let me turn that off. So all I really want to do is have my heading be held. So if I turn on autopilot, every time I turn on autopilot, the trim goes, it's at 16% and the thing is climbing like a banshee. Comes down to, I'm just about to stall again. This isn't making any sense to me. It's almost like 10,000 feet might be locked into into the altitude. I mean, it says 5,000. I can see it. At 6,500 feet, I should be able to come in here and just say, okay, hold this altitude. I have the headings on, but I've got AP is off right now. Altitude hold is on. And I know I've turned that off multiple times. Now it's off. So the only thing we have on is heading. APR off, nav off, flight director off, transfer off, alt off, vertical speed off, off. So I turn on AP and there goes the nose up in the air again. You son of a bitch. This makes no sense. So now I'm descending. So I think what I want to try to do here, I'm going to change my altitude to 7,000. Why is it flashing? And then I want to do vertical speed and climb 200 feet. So hopefully that will turn on the autopilot. Is that going to override? Nope. See the auto? It's still taking the trim. It's still pointing my nose up in the air with the autopilot. And I am now over 7,000 feet, which is where I had set it. So are you having issues with altitude?
No, I'm locked in. It's working fine. Alright, I just manually changed course to 265.
And the reason for that?
Heading change.
Did you see the markings, what you're supposed to be changing, or?
In the nav log and following the VFR map. So I got to the point that I needed to turn, so I turned. So next one's going to be out in the open river down here, second river actually.
Okay, so up in this point here.
And it actually looks like it could probably drop altitude. Let's see, how do I do that?
Just watch your airspeed.
Yeah.
Why am I climbing again? Jeez.
Yep, I'm freaking speeding way up. Drop that throttle down.
Yeah, I've got my throttle down to 45 right now.
Yeah, I just dropped mine to 24 hours at 178 knots.
Okay. Somebody was. See, right now Grim Reaper seems to be nice and smooth. Yep, now he just disappeared. I think he may have overstressed himself here. Alright, Grim Reaper is now following. Thank you for the follow. Pretty sure you just ripped your wings off of your, whatever you're flying, 747 or... Still trying to lose altitude. Working pretty good. I'm about minus 500 feet per minute here.
Yeah, I set mine for 2200. I'm dropping at 490. I'm at 3700 right now.
Okay, so yeah, let me try that, see if it'll work on mine here. I want to do altitude. What did you set yours for?
2200.
Okay, I'm going to try 25. Vertical speed. And we'll go minus 400. Doesn't look like it's... Vertical speed is on. It is set for minus 400. And I don't have to have autopilot on for that to work, do I?
No. Or, no. I don't think so. Mine's on, but all I did is went over and clicked VS and dropped it down to 500, so.
Right. I was afraid if I hit autopilot, my nose is going to go sky high again. I am dropping at 500 feet per minute. It should be closer to 4 because that's what I set it. Yes, if I look at the main display, showing heading, vertical speed minus 400, ALTS. So I'm going to change the CDI. And just change to VOR1, VOR2, GPS.
Course change to 183, I think it is. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Let's see what this runway looks like. See some water, but not enough detail to really tell me where it's going to be.
How far away am I? About 18 miles.
Oh, my vertical speed is now at minus 400, which is what I set quite some time ago.
I took my autopilot off and I'm going to control it in.
No, I can't use my autopilot. It just... takes the trim, dials it up, points my nose up to the point where it literally goes down into the red for the airspeed.
Yeah. Alright, I see the runway up ahead. I see lights blinking.
Okay. So I'm going to start shallow bank left. Start pointing my nose towards you. I'm being kidnapped. Let's see. Bring that down to 2,000. Okay, vertical speed is on. I don't know what Grim Reaper's flying. That's a pretty cool looking plane. Seems kind of sporty. Something definitely wrong with my flight computer. It's not working at all. TBM 930. I think I might see the runway.
A little rough landing. Had the reverse thrusters on while I was still in the air.
Okay.
But I'm on the ground. Leg complete. That was crazy.
Yeah, frustratingly long. They're not normally long, but as many errors or issues as we had here.
When I click continue, CRS still says 102.
Yeah. I'm definitely thinking I'm too high. Full flaps. Alrighty, we're down.
Well,
Congratulations, leg completed. 41 minutes. Okay, that is the completion of leg 4 of the Iceland bush trip, with all the complications and aggravations that came with it. We will probably attempt to fly leg 5 next, so be sure to watch the YouTube channel for that. Stick around here on Twitch, and we'll see you then.